Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're on Vietnam server 2 on Now's account. They've been in endless mode for the past 8 days, which means they've had a rotation of all of the bosses in endless mode, and in today's video we're going to be analyzing which heroes are being used in the top teams so that we have an idea of what we should be investing in to prepare for endless. Now this is only the first week of endless, however it is a very good indicator of what we can expect for the following upcoming weeks, probably until we get the mythic magic charms where things are going to change again. Okay, we're going to take a look at which heroes are being used. So in Stomper today, the highest score that he was able to get was around 49 billion damage, and it was actually using HARAK. So this is something that we have to talk about. HARAK is making a bit of a comeback for endless bosses in the Vietnam server so far. So if you went for HARAK, all hope is not lost. He is actually going to be quite a bit better than he has been for pre-endless. He's used, I think, in 3 to 4 of the endless boss teams right now. So not only Plague Creeper, which is really impressive, honestly. And you take a look at the team here, the heroes being used are Sonya, even Odie, surprisingly. That is really surprising that for endless, even Odie is working, probably because Rainier charms onto maybe Odie or onto HARAK. And then you have the Mikola as well here. Now, you're going to see a lot of the Blade Summon artifact because this is considered to be the most powerful artifact for Dream Realm. We can review it later on. Unfortunately, again, it is going to be coming out 1 week earlier for pay-to-win players, which is, yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I've already talked about that. But anyway, okay, so here are the heroes being used. However, if you don't have HARAK, if you take a look here, there is a Twins Rainier team, which is still with Sinbad getting 47.4 billion damage, which is not that much lower. And really, it is in contention for a top rank as well. And this is kind of why I was recommending, because I feel like the Twins work well with other damage dealers. A lot of things can slot into a good Twins team. We even saw that in Stomper today. There was a really good Twins team that didn't even have Rainier in it, getting a good score. But anyway, so these are basically the things for Stomper. Okay, now let's move on. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we had. Well, yesterday was Crazed Shellbrute. Yeah, again, HARAK is being used in some of the top teams. However, there is also, as you can tell, a Sinbad Sonya team with the Twins. But the Twins, Freyasto, Sinbad Sonya Mikola, or Sonya HARAK Mikola. Basically, it's either Sinbad or it's HARAK in the overall top team. And if we take a look at the top score, so 44.5 billion is what he got with the Sinbad team. If we look down here, there was a 43 billion with the Sinbad team. Okay, it is, yeah, okay, HARAK is doing close, but not as good as Sinbad for the Crazed Shellbrute. That is what it looks like right now, unless I'm just missing some major things. I don't think I am. Yeah, I think 45 billion higher score was with Sinbad Sonya. Twins Freyasto, so Freyasto is going to be important, as well as Twins for Endless, like we were predicting, and Mikola as well. Interesting, not even smoky here. And this is for the Crazed Shellbrute. Okay, Illucia. Illucia top team is going to be using the Twins, as you can see, and also the Sonya Sinbad combo. This is the crazy, honestly, this is the craziest thing I feel like that has happened this season, is that Sinbad, not only is he good for pre-endless bosses, which he kind of wasn't when he was released in Waves of Intrigue, he's also good and best option for endless bosses, which no one ever predicted. Like, these heroes who have he doesn't even have true damage. He's just a debuffer with physical damage. You would not expect him to be hitting so hard in these bosses, but he is the greatest option for Illucia as well. 28.5 billion was the top, or 29 billion. Either way, Sinbad Sonya. So there's even more of a reason for you guys to be buying Sinbad from the season store, going for your Twins upgrade, getting Freyasto because he was used there. But for Illucia, Freyasto was not used in the top team because like a lot of things are turned into cats, so he can't really get high damage out. And this is kind of what when I was making my video yesterday on Celestial Hypogean Priority, I think a lot of people were a bit shocked when I said that Twins should come higher priority than even Freyasto. Because forever, and even when I did say that, I did think that it is arguable. You could go for Feresto first, or you could go for Twins first. But I felt like I just had a feeling Twins are more important to have on your account. And this was the reason why, is basically that Twins will enable different damage dealers to perform well, and then allow you to get a good score, even if you don't have like Feresto built. You can use other damage dealers for your endless damage dealers, like the Sinbad Sonya comp. And like, because they're main faction heroes, they're going to be easier for you to build up compared to the Celestial Hypogeans, which are going to take a longer time for most people. But either way, if you can get Celestial Hypogeans quickly, then go for the Twins and Feresto both. But either way, Sinbad honestly is crazy. And Sonya as well. Like, these are heroes which Sonya we were predicting, but Sinbad is kind of out of the left field. We did not expect this to happen. Either way, go for your Season Store tokens on Sinbad, get him to Supreme Plus, get him to plus 10 exclusive equipment. If you really want to optimize, get him to plus 15 exclusive equipment, because that does ramp up his debuff and his damage. Okay, Thalassa. So the best Thalassa team, 37.8 billion, looks like, with Talene. Yeah, Talene was predicted to do very well for Thalassa, because you need to have range damage. Odie also is being used. Odie, Smokey, Rainier. Twins, of course, twins are being used. And it can be either Hugin or Talene. This is interesting. So if you don't have Talene, you can go for Hugin, and also end up getting a pretty similar score. That is interesting. So, like, there are going to be some no Talene versions, and that is good. So, like, basically, Talene is probably best for Thalassa and will be best, I would expect, for all of Endless, because you're limited in damage deals you can run for Thalassa, because they have to be ranged. But what is really sad is Lily May is not really used in top teams anymore. So it's looking like Talene is the best with Twins, Rainier, Odie, Smokey. But a good replacement if you don't have Talene would be Hugin. So Hugin also a little bit important for you to build, but not maybe very crucial. Okay, Orson, HARAK. HARAK's time to shine for the Orson Dream Realm boss. But as you can see, it is almost a full Celestial Hypogean team, plus Mikola, who is one of the greatest supports in the game. Look at that, 47.8 billion. Yeah, that is definitely looking like a top score from the HARAK team. 47.5 billion. Yeah, I think it's probably going to be around here. But this is a very, like, this is the pay-to-win team. HARAK, Feresto, Rainier, Twins, and then Mikola. And this is what people were fearing. Because now that Celestial Hypogeans have become so dominant, like, we're gonna eventually come to a point where your whole Dream Realm team is gonna be all Celestial Hypogeans. It's gonna be way in the future. Like, Mikola is still a great support, and also we saw Sinbad Sonya. They do well in certain bosses, and the combo can work. But this is pretty crazy. So HARAK is seeing use for Orson. He is seeing use for the Crazed Shellbrute, but it seems like he's the second best option there. Like, the Sinbad Sonya comp is better. And then he's seeing use for Stomper today, being in the best comp. But again, Sinbad Sonya would be like a close second to that. So yeah, Crystal Beetle. Crystal Beetle, yeah, had to be Talene, but again, it is using the Twins. And look at this. The Twins are using almost every comp. The only one they're not using is actually today's Snow Stomper, and they're using the second best comp. So this is why Twins are so valuable for your account. They're used even more frequently, and then compared to Feresto. But Feresto is used a lot as well. So Feresto, Talene, Shakir, this makes sense. Like, this is very similar to the Crystal Beetle comp we had before. Shakir to buff everyone up, Smokey to deal his damage and buff your team up, and then Talene for her damage, which is high because of Crystal Beetle Magic Fog, increasing magical damage. And then you have Feresto dealing a lot of damage as well. So Feresto is still here to stay. He is not... there's no power creeping of Feresto so far. Okay, that does look like the best team. Okay, let's move on to the Lone Gaze. So this was the interesting thing. This was the first day of Endless. So now it will come around, I believe, again tomorrow. And then I think things may be different. Velka was used, like, I tested this on the first day that we did testing with Velka. We used this team. And this was the formation. I basically just swapped out Sinbad for Velka in the team and ran the Blade Summon spell. Oh, I think I ran a different spell, but either way, in the end, Blade Summon was better. And then Velka just deals a high amount of true damage, like here, 21 billion true damage. So I think Velka might have a place for Lone Gaze, but I think maybe... I don't know, maybe Feresto Shakir comp is going to be able to work, especially the next round of Endless that they have in Vietnam server, because they were kind of low levels the first time they made it into Endless. Now the next time they're going to be at much higher levels. Probably the Fresto team is going to be even better. I'm not sure. Because that is also the thing. The further down you go into Endless bosses, the more value I think comes from your HP per second damage dealers. Because like, I think they have scaling damage reduction. The more damage dealt to them, the higher their damage reduction. And then that is when HP per second damage dealers are going to shine. So yeah, Velka was working for this first day. However, I don't really expect that Velka is going to remain to be on top. I'm not sure. But yeah, and then twins of course are being used as well. Okay, finally Plague Creeper, of course. HARAK is going to be here, and not only just HARAK, it is the pay to win team again. But rather than having Mikola as the final non-celestial hypergene, they have Smokey, because it's either Smokey or Mikola as the best supports. HARAK as the damage dealer, Fresto because you need food for the HARAK, and then Taline as more damage. This is a crazy team. This is a crazy team. Look at that damage. Yeah, so I mean, whoa, and look at the RNG as well. One of them got 74 billion and one of them got 55 billion. 74 billion already? Like, only 1 week into Endless, basically, hitting 74 billion. Plague Creeper is going to see some crazy numbers then. If already they're hitting 74 billion in it. But anyway guys, that is going to be pretty much it for this video. By watching this, hopefully it gives you a good idea of which heroes are going to be shining for at least the early stages of Endless, Dream on Boss, and the twins, they are here to stay. They have been used in every single team other than Snow Stomper today, which honestly the second best team is using the twins, and it isn't second best by a large margin. Like, HARAK is only slightly better. So yeah, honestly, twins, you could even say 8 out of 8. HARAK is being used much more than in pre-Endless, which is a good sign. So if you build him, you're going to be in luck. However, if you haven't built him, it looks like the second best team without him is not really too far behind. And that is why, other than Plague Creeper, HARAK is going to dominate, and by a large margin. But for the other bosses, I think that if you don't have HARAK, there's going to be a great second best team option. So he's not like a must-have status, right? And same with Taline. She's not a must-have status. She is the best in Crystal Beetle. She's in the best Plague Creeper, but like, even if you didn't have her, there are going to be some good second best team options without her. I'm pretty confident about that. Rainier is used a lot. Rainier is used quite a lot more than I expected for Endless bosses, and Odie is even being used. Hugin was only using 1, and honestly not even the best team, so it's not looking like Hugin is a huge value for you to upgrade on your account, but Sinbad is. Sinbad, Sonya, Odie, Mikola, Smokey, these are like the free-to-play heroes which are going to dominate for Endless, and then Twins, Fresto, Rainier Mythic Plus, yeah. So, yeah, I think this kind of backs up what my recommendations were in my Celestial Hypogean video, which is Twins #1 priority, followed by Fresto, and getting them both to Supreme Plus. I think that really is important for your account, and then you can, after that, get Rainier to Mythic Plus. That is my optimal priority path, and then you can stop there if you want, or you can then go for HARAK and Taline and things like that. But I would wait until we have more Endless, like rounds of Endless, to figure that out. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. That's going to be it for this one. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. Let me know what you thought about all of this and the use of the heroes. And if you guys want to join my AFK Journey Discord server, there's a link to that in the description of this video. And we chat about all of this, everything about AFK Journey in there. And we have over 2,350, I think, active members. So I'll hopefully see you guys there, or I'll see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now, and thank you for watching.